Hello and welcome to the Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Tuesday the 26th of January 2021. In the news, articles of impeachment have arrived at the Senate in the USA. Seems to me like, knowing the lack of integrity or honor amongst Republican politicians, they won't vote on an honest with an honest view. They'll just defend their man, even though he attacked them personally. I don't know why they don't. Why the Americans don't just get on with some kind of criminal conviction rather than the insanity that is the U.S. Congress. But anyway, that's going on over there. The COVID pandemic rages worldwide. With now approaching, I think, 100 million people infected worldwide. We are going to put that out of our minds as we focus on our Sudoku puzzle, which today is given as medium level. Looking at it, I'm just glancing at it for the first time now. It seems like there are quite a lot of numbers, especially congregating around the middle section here. So maybe it's not going to be too difficult. Just for any beginners that we have, because it is a medium level and we may have some beginners, just a quick recap. Each segment in this huge grid has 9 squares. Each of the squares have to be filled in by numbers 1 to 9. As there are only 9 squares and 9 numbers, that means once per square, of course. And down this column here, and every column must contain the numbers 1 to 9, and each row must contain the numbers 1 to 9. That's the rules of Sudoku. Where do we begin? Well, we start looking at stuff that's around where there are lots of numbers and hoping to see something, and immediately there are several things I can see. I can certainly see that this 2 extends across here, this 2 extends across here, and this 2 extends down this column. So we are blocking any 2's from appearing here, blocking any 2's from appearing here or here because of this 2 here, and blocking any 2's from appearing here or here with this 2. So we can write in our 2, we know that has to be a 2 there. Ooh, excuse me. I need to secure the Sudoku puzzle before it floats away. Not sure what's happening. Some trusty sellotape, I hope, will do the job. Right, I can see that there is a 7 extending down this column here, 7 extending down this column here, so blocking all squares here and squares here, leaving us only one possible position for a 7 right there. I noticed those 2 very quickly, and you probably did too. Okay, what else? I know. Oh no, let's not do that. Okay, we see a 9 in this, blocking this square here from being 9. We see a 9 in this column extending up here, meaning that only a 9 has to go in that square there, nowhere else. This 3 extends up this column, meaning that a 3 is going to appear here or here. Now I could write in the candidates, that means because we know that 3 is going to appear here or here, I could write that in now, but I'm just not going to bother for the moment. I'm just going to extend this 3 up and imagine that we have a pair of 3's in here. So we know that 3 is eliminated from this square and this square and this square and this square, and there's a 3 running across the top row. So we know that 3 has to come here. If we take this 1 now in this column and this 1 in this column and extend them up, we'll see that 1 has to appear right here. Okay, 4, 5, 8. Okay, if we take this 6 down, extend it down like so, and we take the 6 across, we'll see that there's a 6. Okay, so we are lacking a 6 in this segment. It can't be here, it can't be here. So 6 has to appear here like so. This 2, if we extend this 2 down here, this column like so, we can see that that's the only space a 2 can appear. My page is rather floating away. This may affect your focus. If your eyes, if you feel like your eyes are going blurry or something, it's probably just that my sheet that I normally secure to the desk seems to have a mind of its own and is flapping away here, and so probably going out of focus in the camera. But anyway, these things are sent to try us. We just ignore them, get on with our Sudoku. Okay, so missing numbers from this segment here are 3, 5, and 8. 3, 5, and 8. But we can see that 3 is blocking this square here, and 5 is blocking this square here, right? So since there are only 3 numbers, it has to be the third number, which was 8. So we can fill that in now. It's my normal practice to try to not fill in the candidates until necessary. My general rule is do as much as you possibly can before you start filling in candidates. And that's what I try to stick to. And guess what? I think we're probably likely to be at that point right now. I don't think there are any more that we can do before we start filling in candidate, are there? I think not. So okay, so I'm going to start filling in candidates. Well, here's a couple of easy ones here. Missing numbers, as we know, are 3 and 5. Nothing intersecting here to let us know which is which, so we'll write in 3 and 5 here. The other missing numbers from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is missing, 7, 8 is missing. So 6 and 8 are the missing numbers here. We'll write in that pair there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 9 are the missing numbers here. If you look up this column, you'll see 5 and 9 are missing. If you consider this segment, you'll see 5 and 9 are missing. There's often more than one way to find the missing numbers in Sudoku. Okay, down here the missing numbers are 4. So we know that 4 can't appear in this square, so we have a pair of 4s here like so. 5 can't appear in this top square, so is a pair of numbers here and here, and the other missing number is 8. Now 8 could actually appear in any of these 3, so in my own notation I'm going to keep that in the bottom right, just as a way of showing me that it's not an exclusive pair. I see a pair of 8s down here. I'm just starting to cast my eye across the board now. I see a pair of 2s down here. So okay, so 8s were blocked from here, and 2s are blocked from the same place. And so we have a pair of 8 and 2 here, which means that 8 and 2 cannot appear in any other location. If we consider this column up now, this is 8 or 2. There's a 1 in this segment already. There's a 1 blocking here. The 1 that we filled in here blocks this square from being a 1, so no 1 here, no 1 here. A 1 has to appear here for this column. Okay, let's continue on. So still looking at pairs. There's a pair of 1s down here, like so. If we consider this one across, this one across, like that. And there's a pair of 1s across here. Okay, 1s are blocking this row and this row, so 1s have to be a pair here or here. Which means in this segment here, we know that 1 has to appear either here or here. We've got 1s blocking here, here, and here, so 1s have to appear either here or here. In fact, we could have saved a bit of time there if we notice that this one blocks this column here and this one blocks this row here. 1 is going to have to appear here, and now that we've written a pair in here, we know that 1 has to appear there, like so. Sorry about the external noise. This is always a problem where I live. Today I have no idea what they're doing out there, but they're making enough racket about it anyway. A pair of 4s. I see 4s in this column, 4s in this column, and a 4 in this row. So that means 4s have to appear in those possible squares. There's a pair of 4s on this side if we consider that 4 up that column, that 4 across that row, and so 4 has to appear either here or here. 2s, if we extend the 2s across here and the 2s across here, we have another exclusive pair, 1 and 2 here. Now that we have 1 and 2, we know that nothing else can go in this square or this square, and we also know that all of the others cannot contain 1 or 2. And will that help us? It certainly will, because now we know that 8 is not in this row, therefore 8 is going to be in this row here. Do you agree? Okay, look at that. So this 8 blocks any 8s appearing in this column here, so there's no 8s here. We know that 8 cannot appear here or here because that has to be 1 or 2. So 8 is going to be somewhere in this column here. We don't know where yet, but we'll just forget about that for the moment. It's somewhere here. So we certainly know that an 8 cannot appear here. So that's got to be our 6, and our 8 has to appear there, like so. Excuse me, I was interrupted for a second. I'm back now. Where was I? Okay, I can see a pair of 6s. The 6 across this row and the 6 in this column means that there are a pair of 6s here or here. We can find the missing numbers along this row here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a missing number, and 6 is a missing number. So 5 and 6 have to appear in this pair here, like this. 5, 6, 5, 6. And since we know that 6 is here and 6 is in the central square, so we know 6 can't appear here or here. So 6 is going to be a pair up here, 6 and 6. Sevens come along this central row here, blocking this square and this square and this square. So there are 2 possible locations for 7. Oops, flying paper again, excuse me. Not doing very well today. Too many distractions, too many bits of sticky tape which are not sticking for some reason. God knows what's happened. Maybe the humidity is high or something. We do have extremely high humidity here in Thailand. Sometimes up to 95% or something like that. It's like being in a sauna. This 7 is going to extend up this column. This 7 is going to extend up this column here, leaving us with a pair of 7s here. I'm sure there's lots of stuff that I just am not noticing. I have a feeling this is a day when I'm not seeing things very clearly. I can see a pair of 3s. There are 3s blocking here, 3s blocking here. 3 has to come here or here. What else? One, two, three. No. Okay, I'm just constantly okay, here's one. So this 7 extends across this row here. This 7 extends across this row here, but we know that that's exclusively 8 or 2, so this square is eliminated already. So we realize that that has to be the 7 there. Our 7, if we bring it up here, blocks this square as the 7 here blocking this square. So we have a pair of 7s in this segment here and here. If we bring our 7 up here to this top segment, we'll see that it blocks this square here. But because this is exclusive 5 or 6, we know that 7 has to appear here or here, which is going to be useful because we now understand that there's a 7 in that row, so that can't possibly be a 7 there. So we can eliminate it, and it was part of a pair, so we can fill in our 7 here. Our 5, if we bring this 5 up this column, 5 up this column, we can see that 5 has to appear here. Watch out, we are writing over a 6, the top left, that means it's part of a pair, so I'll fill in the other 6. Watch out, I'm writing over a 4, so that means the 4 has to come in as well. This 4, if we bring it across now, the 4 can't appear here, 4 has to appear here, and I'm writing over a 7, so I can fill in that number as well. Remember to remove candidate 4 from here. There's one number missing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is missing. So let's fill that in now, 9. And let's eliminate the 9 from here. 9's got to go here. That's a 5. There's one number missing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is the missing number here. Let's fill that in. So. And swing back to another part of the grid. This 7, when you bring this down, means that that can't possibly be, but it was part of a pair. So let's fill that in now, remembering to remove our candidate 7 over here. Let's bring this 7 across. Nope, that can't possibly be now, can it? So that's our 7 here, but there is only one number remaining, and that's a 3. So we'll write that in here. Okay. There's one number missing from this column here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have a 5, so it has to be a 5. Let's bring that 5 across. 5 has to be here. 3 has to be here. There's one number missing from here as a candidate. What is it? It's a 3. But we'll notice already in this row there's only one number missing, and that's a 6. So that goes there. 3 is the other number that's missing. Bring that 3 down. 3 has to go there. Let's remove our pair from candidate here. In this column here, you can see there are 2 squares missing, and here it says 5 or 6. That means that this must also be 5 or 6. Remember, if there are only 2 squares missing and there are 2 numbers in a box, only 2 numbers, this has to be the same 2 numbers. But we can see that this 6 disallows a 6 from here, so that's got to be a 5, and that's got to be a 6, and that will have to be a 5 as part of our remaining pair. Missing numbers here are 4 and 9, neither of which we know at this time. So I'm just gonna, well, I'll fill in the candidate. Okay, so 4 and 9 are candidates here. And back across to this side here now, we just have to fill in the right hand flank. What numbers are missing here? So we have 1 here, 2s, anywhere, 3s, 4, 5, 6s, 6 down here. Okay, 6 we can fill in now because 6 extends down this column here, 6 across this row, 6 across this row, so that's 6. What else is missing? Well, okay, so now we know that 9 can't appear here, right? 9 is in this column here, so blocking 9 from here, there's a 9 blocking here, we've got 9 already here, so there's no 9 here, no 9 here. This was a pair of 4 and 9, so it has to be 9, and that has to be 4. We had a pair of 4s here, so the 4 is going to appear here like so. Remove candidate 4, and that will give us 5, 8, 5, 8 here. There's 1 number missing along here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is our missing number in this row here. For here, you can extend this 8 up and this 8 down this column, so 8 goes here now. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is missing, 6 is blocked here, and that has to be a 9 as our last number. If you bring that 9 down and there's a 9 blocking here, that's going to be 9, that's going to be a 1. The other remaining number is 2. If we bring that 2 across, we see 2 can't come here, so that's 8. That's our 2. Our 8 can't come here now, that's 8. That's 5. And just to finish off, bring this 1 up here like so, and 2 is our last remaining number of the grid. That's our medium level Sudoku puzzle. I suppose that's a medium level, yep, as in Guardian classification. Not much else to say today. That's about it. So thank you very much, and I'll see you again next time, tomorrow.